Welcome, everyone, to the virtual Sunday service for the Journey Within Spiritualist Church. I'm Reverend Annette Hack, and I'm minister with the Journey Within, and I'll be hosting today's service. I will tell you, I am so pleased, and I feel we are so blessed to welcome our guest today, Minister Colin Bates.
Hi, everyone.
Minister Colin Bates is a mediumship tutor and a course organizer of the Arthur Findlay College. He's a registered spiritualist healer and a public demonstrator of mediumship, teacher, and lecturer of mediumistic and spiritual development for beginners through advanced students. Colin Bates is also a minister of the Spiritual Nationalist Union. And I'll tell you, this little paragraph doesn't share it all with you. All the souls that Minister Colin has touched through his incredible knowledge and his compassion working with the spirit world is so wonderful. He's admired and loved by many. It truly is my pleasure and honor to welcome you, Minister Colin, to the service today.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
We begin our service with spiritual healing, conducted virtually as our healers are with us. If you'd like to request healing for someone, please place their name in the chat box, but please place their first name and their last initial. That's due to confidentiality for the people that you're putting in the chat box. If you wish also to add the names of your pets or the planet or global circumstances, you're welcome to do that as well. We'll open with a prayer, followed by a period of a quiet meditation. Now, if you'd like to participate in the healing, please quiet yourself. And as you inhale, feel yourself boosting your own immune system and igniting that inner healer, that divine spark within you, and bringing peace. Please join me in prayer. Let us pray. Divine Spirit, as we gather together today, may we be a conduit of healing for all those, whether they're young or old or animals or children, all of you humanity, one soul to another. Sharing that healing light that it's so bright it touches those that no one can be there to take care of them, or for the Mother Earth that needs so much care. And for those war-torn countries right now that are going through so many emotional and physical and spiritual suffering, send also healing to the healers or the leaders of those countries so that they'll bring peace towards our nations and bring healing to the humanity and food and shelter to all the people in this world. And also, we can't forget those that go through those natural disasters with tornadoes and hurricanes and flooding and fires. May we remember that we're working with the minister of angels. We're never alone, sending this healing to all, blending with that divine spirit within and without, bringing compassion and kindness and love to all, making this world a lighter, a softer place, a better place. Because remember, there is no place that God is not. Amen. As we come to the end of the healing portion of our service, may we send special healing prayers for those names that have been written in the chat box. And may we sincerely pray for healing to all those throughout this planet and the universe, humanity and animals, all that are in need, that may need healing or experiencing the distress of hunger or illness or sadness or just being alone. May we be reminded that healing is there merely for the asking as we place our trust in the love and power of God. Amen. If you'd like to request healing for anyone during the course of the week, please email or call the church with their names, and we'll forward them to the healers who will be praying for the healing for the days and the weeks and the months to come. And I'd like to make a special thank you to all the healers. We appreciate your time. Know you're greatly appreciated. Thank you. Welcome again, everyone. I'm Minister Annette Hack from the Journey Within Spiritualist Church, hosting today's service, and we're here today with Minister Colin Bates. We'll open with the service with a song and a prayer. And I'd like to invite Minister Colin to lead us in the opening prayer, please.
Thank you. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are in the world. Let us take just a moment to open our hearts, to just create, just for a few moments, the awareness of each other, to join within the fellowship, the friendship, and the love that is of the heart, that is of the spirit, that is of the creative force in whom we move and have our very being. Gracious and eternal Mother, Father God, in whom we move and have our very being, we gather in your name, which is love. We join together in a true fellowship of the Spirit. We call upon the presence of our ancestors, those who watch over us, the teachers of the spirit world, that we may all join together and celebrate in the absolute reality that life, like love, is indeed eternal, and that all throughout our world, and indeed the worlds beyond, we are all interconnected through that love which is of eternity, that we are all created of that one source, which is the creation of the universe itself, and that regardless of colour, creed, belief, we are indeed all children of the one light, of the one strength, which is the power of God. And however we may roam throughout this world, we cannot be where love and God is not. For every cell of our being is permeated with that blessing and with that love. As we have created and joined together in healing, may that healing nourish each one of us. May we who are seeking a greater union with thy presence be uplifted and strengthened by your love and by your light. For as we unfold this great journey that is never ending, may we move indeed ever closer and ever near to embracing the true presence of love. May we bring that message to all of humanity, to the leaders of all nations. May we seek peace within our hearts, within our very being. And through that peace, may we spread our light, our love, throughout all of our world, and indeed beyond. For indeed we are children of the one light, of the one love, of the one God. Amen.
I invite Minister Colin Bates to provide today's address. Colin, you're muted.
Well, I'm muted. It won't be for the first time either, ladies and gentlemen, if I may add. Wonderful to be with you all and to share this time of the heart, this time of the spirit. Such beautiful words. The road is long with many a winding turn. And really, you know, as I was sitting before service today, my mind was very much going back over the years and the corridors of time, and really remembering this wonderful feeling of community, the community of the journey within, which was founded so many years ago, and the many opportunities that that has created in all of our lives. And whether you have just found us by accident, by chance, or through the years, there is something that has brought us all together, and that is the sense of family, the sense of community. And each one of us has been seeking our place of belonging in this world. And really, you know, more and more as the time and the years go by, and we reflect upon such moments and what brings us into the fellowship of the Spirit, for it is many a winding road, But upon that road, we have many different experiences that lead us into an understanding of who we are, our place within this world and universe, and those wonderful signposts upon the pathway of life that bring us back to our place of belonging. For we are never truly lost from it. And all those who wander are not lost, but are seeking to embrace the reality of life, the reality of who they are. And so we find our place of belonging within this world, within the universe. And as we begin to embrace that, we begin to embrace a much deeper and richer understanding of life itself. For life is eternal. You cannot die, for there is no death, but one great and vast continuation of eternity. We live and breathe and have our very being within this physical existence, for this is our place of now. But you and I have been before, and we will be again, for we are eternal beings of light. And our experiences of this world and the people that connect to us within this existence will always be a part of you and I, for they are part of this world of experience that we are all existing within. Indeed, there may be further experiences, but there will never be another one like this one, for it is unique to this time, to this moment. And that is why those that we love, those that we know, and even those that are connected to us will always be a part of us. When we call upon the power of the ancestors, we call upon all those who have traveled this journey before us. When we call upon the power of our teachers, of the angels of the Spirit, of the guiding force of God and of creation, we are inheritors of that power. For it is the divine spark of you and I that calls us not only to prayer, but calls us to recognize our place within this world and universe, and how our thoughts, our prayers can change and uplift and strengthen and heal all of mankind. For you see, we are all at our own individual level of evolution of the soul. For we come into times of light and knowledge and the realization of the eternal power that is of creation, and how we are the living spirit. For there is nothing that separates our spirit from the spirit world. There is nothing that separates us from God's love and the realization that within the power of our own thoughts and prayers, we create the living God. We embrace the living God, the power to heal, the power of compassion, and the power of love, which is infinite within its grace. And each one of us is inheritors of that knowledge. Each one of us, through our thoughts, our actions, and our deeds upon and within this world, become creators within it. For you see, the journey of life is one of transformation. It is one of realization and moving into these different times of understanding. And it is through the journey itself that we begin to unfold the soul qualities of you and I. Our thoughts, our ideas are ever changing, ever growing. Our relationship with God is ever changing and ever growing. For the great journey is not only to understand and embrace God's presence, but actually to become a part of that great light which is never ending, which knows all, loves all, and understands all. And you cannot be lost to that love, even when you have no physical realization of it. You cannot be lost to the truth and the identity of your soul. For all are loved, all are blessed. And whatever stage of evolution you may be, whatever beliefs you may have, whatever pathway you may follow within this journey, it leads us all to the same point: the power of creation, the many faces of the power, the 100 words for the name of God. And each pathway, when it is honored and dedicated through love, becomes a devotional journey, you see. For it is the God of the granite and the rose, the soul of the sparrow and the bee. The mighty tide of being flows through all creation, Lord, to thee. For it is everything. It is the power that can mark the fall of a single bird and the growth of a blade of grass. For it is the power of all life. And you see, each one of us is a seeker and a searcher of truth. Our own truth, which is ever growing, ever evolving, and ever changing. You see, and that is the joy of life. You see, that is the joy of always seeking more, always reaching for more, always embracing that which we know to be right within our own hearts, not to be restricted by dogma or creed or the thoughts of others who seek to dominate, for it will never win. It will have its moment, it may even have its day, but ultimately it is through the hearts and the joy of you and I that true transformation will come unto this world. And it is through peace that it will be recognized. The power of your prayer, the love of your hearts, and the healing thoughts are immeasurable within their ability to heal, to soothe all those who are seeking. For often when we come to God because we are seeking God's love, we are seeking God's strength and blessing. But do you know, it's already within you, for you cannot be where God is not. It is often only through the physical mind that we move through these times of doubt, where we question who we are, our place within this world and within the universe itself. We often question, who am I to speak of God's love? I say unto each one of you, who are you not? For the very presence of God shines through you. If we could but embrace that single reality, can you imagine what a revolution would be created throughout the whole of our world? That we are all created of that one great source of life. And that every teacher you will ever find will always speak of the unity of mankind, of the coming together in this time of peace and harmony, and the need that is there for peace within the hearts of all mankind. All those who seek dominance over others will never truly understand life. They will only see it within their own evolutionary pathway. But all those who are open to peace, to harmony, and to fellowship will always embrace it, you see. It is this illusionary seeking of power and dominance over the lives of others does not exist, you see. For all of us, as we move through this time of life, will enter and leave this world and move into the time and the world of light and mind, which is pure consciousness. And all that we are and all that we have created is the colours of life. And the soul is dyed by the colours of our thoughts. And as we move into the realms of light, nothing is hidden, for it is your light that you are recognized by. And there may indeed be times when you do not feel that you are recognized. But my dear ones, you could not be more beloved of the Spirit. You could not be more within the fellowship of humanity. It is only often the physical mind that at times detracts us from the true reality of life. For we are taught to live in the physical mind. We are taught that this is who we are, this is who we should be. And you should be who you believe you are meant to be. I am who I was born to be. And that pathway may be winding, and there may be many different aspects to your pathway, but there will always be that signpost that brings us gently back into the realization of who we are and our relationship to God and to the Spirit. Never underestimate the power of your thoughts. Never underestimate the love that you have and this ability to recognize within your own spirit the duality of the spirit world. For there is nothing that separates us. Our spirit is a part of the spirit world and is a part of the creative force of the spirit, and that we are beings of infinite spiritual potential. And nothing and no one has any right to diminish your light, for they cannot. Where we are at this moment within our lives and within our evolution has been created by the thoughts and the actions of the past. Where we are now within this moment is within creating our tomorrows. Our future is created by our thoughts, by our actions of today. So embrace that more than anything. Learn to forgive, learn to love, and learn to embrace who you truly are. For we are beings of light with many facets, and each one is a part of the collective whole. You and I have been on many journeys, for we walk the pathway of eternity. And each one has brought us to this point. Where we are now is but a stepping stone to where we will be. Embrace it. Who are you not to embrace it? For you carry within you the seeds of destiny and the transformation of self, of the very essence of you and I, creates that wondrous light that is there for all. For it is by your light that you are known. And it's amazing how many people come up to us where we start these conversations and all of a sudden you find that harmony between you, where people who are seeking to know that those that they have loved are not lost, that they still remain a part of you and I. For that is the great message of the Spirit. I still live. My heart, my mind is still with you. And all that I am still is. And all that we shared is still a part of each other. When we lose the physical presence, it is a great time of grief. For when we love forever. whether it is of the physical kingdom, whether it is of the animal kingdom. But we all exist, we all continue to exist, you see. And the spirit world, the message has always been since the dawn of time that the spirit world is seeking that message to be brought forward to all of mankind. That we are still together, that we are still loved, that we still share those extraordinary memories. You see, they live on, not just within our memories, but within our hearts and within our spirit. And the spirit world proves it through the continuation of life, through the communion of spirits. We recognize each other again, for we have never left and we have always loved. Let that be our message for today. Pure love, pure compassion, and more this fellowship. For when we come together, we become a mighty force and a mighty truth of the Spirit. And when we move into the prayerfulness of healing, we create this extraordinary force of goodness that brings together the balance of mind, body, and spirit, and reminds the soul itself that it is whole, that it is perfect, that the conditions of disease are not the true qualities of the soul, and that through the power of God itself, we are the living God. It is a living religion. It is not based upon death, for there is no death. It is based upon life, life eternal. And every moment that we share, we are the strength for each other. Call upon it. Call upon it. I call upon it every day and every moment of my existence. It uplifts me, it strengthens me, and it reminds me that I am loved. And in remembering love, I become love. And therefore we are one. Isn't that the most amazing simplicity of philosophy? Just be love. For through love, compassion is created. And really, mediumship is the gift of life. It is never about death. It is life, life eternal. And you and I are eternal beings of light. We meet at this point of coming together. But do you know, we will meet again. If not in this world, we will meet in the next. And you will be casually walking the hallowed halls of the Spirit, and this voice will whisper in your ear, do you remember me? For I am still with you. And you will turn and look and gaze upon infinity, and you will begin to realize that all those that you have loved are still with you. What a reunion. How wonderful that is to know it within your heart and to be united with all those you prayed for, all those who will meet you and say, thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for praying for me when I could not. And thank you for the gift of your love and of your healing. And all those of the animal kingdom who you have known and loved will all be there, for it is eternal, and that which is loved remains eternally connected to the soul. All of humanity, everything of the earth, the sea, and the sky is one great continuous evolutionary process that leads us back to the power of creation. May your day be wonderful. May your life be filled with love. May you know that you are loved, and embracing that love, share it. Share it with each other. Share it with the world. Bring a blessing unto everyone. For the hardest heart can be melted with the purest of love. From the leaders of all nations to all peoples of all belief. For really we are universal in love, and the power of the Spirit has no dogma, no creed, universal love. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Minister Colin, for those wonderful, heartfelt words and thoughts. Oh, we now come time for our collection and announcements. There are 2 boxes on the screen. One is for donations, and the other is if you'd like to become a member of our center. We appreciate any donations at this time. If you'd like to donate, you can scan or click in the box or donate through our website or even send a check. We'll take that too, because we're grateful for all donations, great and small. We have upcoming events we have fellowship after the services every week in the Journey Within in New Jersey. There'll be coffee, tea, and some small desserts and that type of thing. And please bring something to share and chat and whatever you'd like and bring community together as we meet. So also, please consider becoming a member of our community. You'll also see Journey Within membership box on the screen as well. You're welcome to take a look at that or even look at our website to join. We'd love to have joined their community. We have lots of classes coming up and events starting, and this will be online July 21st or 24th. I apologize, July 24th, Conversing with Spirit with Laura Wooster. July 27th, we have Understanding the Medium's Mind with Pastor Joe. August 3rd, we have Blending with Pastor Joe. August 7th, we have Conversational Mediumship with Chad Siebert. August 9th, we have Psychic to Spirit with Christine Morgan. August 10th is The Easy Way to Interpret Any Dream with Kevin Tedeschi. And on August 11th, there will be an ordination ceremony of those that are being ordained. We'd love to have you join us. August 13th is the Trance Mediumship series that begins with Simone Key. Also on August 13th, we have How to Build the Foundation of Your Business with Sherry DeWorkin Smith. August 15th is Intuitive Readings Workshop with Simone Key. August 17th, Evidential Readings Workshop with Simone Key. And August 25th is Animal Communication and Guides with Lillian Steiner. Now, in person, right there at the Journey Within there in New Jersey, on the first and third Sundays of each month, there's a mediumship development classes, and it's all levels with Pastor Joe and guest tutors beginning at noon, and it's $20. And the next class will be July 21st. July 14th, today, is the Two Worlds Meet with Pastor Joe, Ellen Chandler, and Eugenia Bushman. Join us. August 9th through 11th, Working with Spirit Platform Demonstration Workshop with Pamela Meredith and Dawn Pfeiffer. On September 5th, we have the demonstration of mediumship with John Holland and Joseph Shield. And on September 6th and 7th is the sign, symbols, and images, understanding the language of spirit with John Holland and Joseph Shield. Please watch our website. We'd love to have you join us, but it's updated continuously, or if there's any changes, it'll be right there. So take a look and come to our events and classes. It's now time for the demonstration of mediumship. As a church, as a spiritualist church, we do believe in the continuity of life. As the medium brings forth the body of evidence of a deceased loved one, and you can take 90% of what's been said in the exact way it's been said and not kind of make it sort of kind of how you want to make it fit, we're going to ask you to raise your digital hand. Now you'll find it located at the bottom of the screen. It could be under raise your hand, or it could be under the reaction symbols and look a little bit farther there. And what we'll do is have a couple people raise their hand just to make sure it's still working. How's that? There we go. And also, if you could lower them as well, that's part of it, is part of the whoops. Oh, there you go. Perfect. All right. We'll move forward. Now, if you can take a few pieces of the first, sorry, if you can take the first few pieces, I'm not sure what's happened here with my mouth today, but we'll get through this. How's that? If you can take the first few pieces of the evidence, but you can't take the rest of it or the next piece of evidence, we're going to ask you to please lower your hand so we can find the recipient quickly as possible. Now, here's the catch. If several people can take this information, it'll be up to the medium to discern the right recipient. Also, if you're invited to speak, but you can't unmute or you're having difficulties, please type in the chat box. I'll be looking there as well and we'll connect you if it's meant to be. We'll now listen to a song and afterwards say the message prayer in preparation for the demonstration. You're welcome to join me in the prayer. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I'm a thousand winds that blow. I'm the diamond glints on snow. I'm the sunlight on ripened grain. I'm the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I'm the swift, uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I'm the soft star that shines at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. I invite Minister Colin to offer a demonstration of mediumship. Colin?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All I ask of each one of you is to place your thoughts, your hearts, all those you know in the spirit world, and just help to really build that wonderful love, that wonderful atmosphere of the spirit in welcome. For although we are only doing several messages here today, one thing that I know beyond any question is how much you are loved and how close the spirit world is to each and every one of us. I heard two things as I was starting to blend with the other world here. The name of Beth, Elizabeth, is significant here. There's something to do with 4 generations of your family. And I know that there is a photograph with all the generations on, which is really a great treasure of your family. I do really feel that. I'm also aware here of something that's handed down through the generations. There's something to do with a name that is in more than one generation, maybe even be in the second name, where there is that sense of continuation. But definitely this photograph of all the family and all the generations coming together there. Your father is definitely in the spirit world. Your grandfather is in the spirit world as well. Strong, good people is what I'm very conscious of here. But definitely Elizabeth, who was known as Beth, that name seems to come forward very, very strongly here. You've either recently moved home or you've completely changed your home. So this change is to do with the home, and there's something to do with a family home that was lived in with more than one generation for a time. Where am I? It's quite a lot there, I do feel.
There
Who can
is.
understand that?
Don't have a hand, Colin. I don't. That's
Right, let's go back here to the generations. Who who has a photograph of at least 3 generations of your family? There was a connection to 4 generations. It may be that somebody did not quite make the photograph, possibly, but a photograph of all the generations of your family. Let's start with that because that's absolutely definite. I
there.
can feel it.
Now we have 3.
Now you have 3.
Mhm.
Okay. And I also want Father in the spirit world because I really do feel his presence here. But there's definitely something to do with changes to do with your home as well. So that should narrow it down a little bit here. Changes to do with your home in some way.
1 to 4 hands.
No, get out of here.
That one.
Beth and Elizabeth. Let's lady who was known as Beth. Still 4 of you.
Now we're back to 3. Oh,
No,
back to
it must be. So bring up the 3, will you? Because otherwise I
okay.
should be here, there, and everywhere. Otherwise here, because I've got it. And there's something to do with embroidery. Somebody's got embroidery here because I can see the E being on something embroidered.
We've got Kelly and Amy. I got Kelly up.
Kelly and Amy, bring them
Hello.
up. Let's have a party, shall we? So Kelly and Amy, can you understand everything that I've said?
I can
This,
take everything, yes.
Kelly can take everything. Amy, can you take everything?
yes, the 3-generation picture, not the 4.
Well, then can I say somebody died before the photograph was taken? There's something to do with nearly getting 4 generations. So somebody passed before there was 4 generations, because I definitely heard something to do with 4 generations. Kelly, can you understand that?
I can take the 4 generations
Oh,
in
good.
multiple ways.
Okay, because I do feel that that's really, really important here. And the name of Beth or Elizabeth,
I can take Beth, yes.
you understand that? And is it quite right here that there's something to do with either a christening shawl, something that was handed down through the generations? Do you know about that?
I have a prayer shawl that my mother has made with pieces of others on it.
Right, so do you have, or was there something to do with the christening shawl that was handed down through the generations? Just yes or no?
No,
Right, Amy, do you understand about a christening shawl?
Yes, I have a picture of my father as an infant in a christening shawl.
Okay, and was that used with more than one person?
I don't know, most likely, but I'm not
Okay, because
100%
that's
sure.
very much what I was aware of. So let me work with both of you here, just to bring this forward here. And I want a very good, strong relationship with your grandmother.
Yes, extremely so.
Extremely so. Kelly?
no,
No. Right. Let me
not.
speak
I
to Amy then, please. And I
I
may
have her wedding picture. I
right,
have her
okay.
wedding.
But I need a real relationship with the grandmother, because the grandmother's speaking to me. So Kelly, stay there, and I may just pop back just to elaborate upon that. And so, Amy, your father is in the spirit world, and you had a very strong connection with your grandmother, yes?
Yes,
Okay, then this is really cool here, because I heard just there for a brief moment here this sense of your grandmother and the connection that you had, because it's very interesting, because part of my address was all those who wander are not lost, and you would understand that in relation to your life, where it took you quite some time to find your place of belonging. Is that right?
yes, very right.
And you've either lived in quite a few places, or you understand there's aspects of your family where there's been movement in more than one place. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I want this sense of wandering, but I'm not lost here. But I want to speak about your grandmother, because she is beautiful. Eyes that shine, eyes that tell a tale, and the love
Yes,
that pours from her for you here. And it is like the mother's love, but I know that she is your grandmother.
yes, she took care of me though.
That's it. Good. Because I just really want to unite the two of you together. And she just says, you're very tired, you're very weary of always being in the middle of everybody. She says, blessed is the peacemaker, for they shall enter under the kingdom of the heaven. She said, but enough's enough. You need a break sometimes. Do you understand this?
Yes, I do. Yes,
Absolutely. And she really is a beautiful soul. And I feel people really knew her and loved her. And her love for you um, has never stopped here, because there was a time where you were both very, very closely connected. And then there was a time when she did not see so much of you. Is that right?
yes, a divorce.
That's it, because I just really want to say to you that even though we had our times together, I never forgot you, and you were always a part of me, even though circumstances took us apart a little bit. I still loved you, and I carried you very much there within my heart and within my being. I remember the times that you used to pick flowers and bring them to me. Is that right? The
Yes, yes,
wild flowers,
yes,
because
yes,
I really do feel that she loved them. You know, she wanted to keep you. She would have kept you if she could. I really do feel that. and it's as if she wanted to just keep you safe, keep you well, and keep you happy. She always encouraged you to explore in life. She always be yourself, always encourage that sense, because I feel it. Your father is here also, and I know there were issues of communication relating to your father, and I know that either he could not speak towards the end of his life, or he did not have the opportunity to say the things he wanted to. Is that right?
Yes, sadly so, yes.
Yes, because I can feel it there. I can feel it. But I know that the foundation of your relationship was strong. I know that he feels this closeness to you, but I know that circumstances within life and within the family were not always easy. I hope that makes sense. Were
It
not
makes a lot of
always
sense.
easy, he says. And he said that sentence, blessed is the peacemaker, well, you can keep it as far as he's concerned, because it just wasn't easy. All right. And I do
Yes.
feel that he was a bit of a stubborn boy, your father, I have to say, and a bit
Oh,
of a
yes.
rebel. I feel if you told him he couldn't, he would, just to prove you wrong. So I want to say that your father is quite a character, but there is a shyness and a quietness with him here and a smile. Although I cannot see your face, there is a strong similarity between your good self and your father. Would you accept that?
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
I can feel this sense. And I don't know if he liked like folk music or something like that, but I seem to hear music playing, and it's more like country music or folk music or something like that. That
We
seems to
lived in a
be,
rural area. His best
aha,
friend would
that's it then,
play
because I
guitar.
seem to feel that that's very, very nice. Um, he entered life with a roar, so there were stories about his birth, but he left life with a whisper,
Yes.
very quietly. He just moved here. He just moved. And somebody, there is so many questions to do with the home. Is that right at the moment?
Oh, yes.
He
Oh,
says
yes.
it's caused more arguments than you would ever believe. And he just says, um, just it's going to take a little bit of time to sort it out, but just tell everyone, hold on. There's been promises made, promises broken, and it's just not come together in the way that people have wanted. He just said 2 to 3 months, and then there will be harmony and things will be sorted out. Will you remember that? Two to
Yes,
three
yes.
months, he says,
Thank you.
and harmony will remain. You are the daughter, but do you have a daughter?
Not a birth daughter, no.
Right, but you have a daughter.
Well, I have a girl in my life that I sponsor who is
Right.
like my daughter.
Okay, because he just spoke here about a daughter that's connected to you. So even if she's not a birth daughter, she's like a daughter to you. And there's
Yes.
just some thoughts around there at the moment to do with great changes. Keep up the good thoughts because it will come right. I do feel that in some way. And somebody had somebody's sewing machine. Is that right? Do you understand
Oh,
about the
yes,
sewing machine?
yes. We
Okay,
had an ancient one,
okay.
and it was,
Beautiful.
yes, real old singer, very old.
Because it was just loved, you see, and I know that it was used. There's a lot of love and feeling here for you. Your father just loves you, I have to say. And
Oh,
he's really supporting you through this time. When you light a candle and you say a prayer, just know that everything is fine and everything is well and everything is there. Can I just come back to Kelly just for a little minute here? Your father is in the spirit world, is that correct?
Yes,
Would you understand nursing in regard to your father?
yes. My
Because,
mother's a nurse.
right, okay, because I know that there is something to do with nursing that is very predominant there to do with your father. And I do feel more people were there at his passing. Is that right?
Yes, I was there with my
Because
brother and my mother.
I feel very strongly connected to the family being with me at my moment of passing. Not everyone, but a lot of the people that mattered were very much there. And does your father also connect to the name of John? Do you understand where John would connect?
I understand that Josh.
Josh, okay, well, possibly here. But this sense here of supporting your father through that last period of his life. And if I'm also correct, then your father would have lost weight. Is that right?
Yes.
Because I really do feel as if there was a condition that really affected the whole of his body before he took his transition. And again, I do feel that there was problems with communication.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it was
I
more of
agree.
a whisper
Yes. A
rather than a
silent.
strong voice towards this latter part there of his life. Good news in your family. There's either a coming together or a celebration coming, very much there within your family, because he puts one hand upon another, which for me speaks of a union.
Yes. Multiple
And
unions.
and
Yes.
he's really happy about that, because I just seem to feel it. And your father was either very good in business or he had a very good head for business. Is that right?
Yes.
Because somebody's starting up a business, or there's been talk to business around you here within the family. It's not with you, but it's within the family. If you don't know of it, will you listen for it? Because he wants to encourage them. He says things haven't gone or come together quite in the way that they wanted it to, but it's starting to come together very much there within that way. Do you have a brooch of some kind that has belonged to a lady in the spirit world? Do you understand, like a pin or a
Yes.
brooch? Because she's
Yes.
here and she says, "You've got my pin. It's not often worn, but it's of great sentimental value."
Thank you.
And she's
Yes.
here and she's bringing you all of her love. And it's there. And you know there was somebody who could play the piano.
Yes.
Somebody who could play the piano, because I've got piano music here, and all of a sudden I've got it playing beautifully. They could play by ear, so they were very
Mm-hmm.
talented, which is very rare. They could listen to a song and then all of a sudden they could play it. And then I've got all this laughter around a piano, so family gatherings and fun around a piano. Do you know that? Do you understand that?
Yes. I can understand that.
And
Yes.
it's as if you need you need some fun, you need a gathering, you need a celebration, and there will be one, and we will all be there, and we will all be there, and we just love you. Will you accept that?
I will. Thank you.
Because I feel as if you've been reflecting very much towards the spirit, asking just for that help for those around you. And we want to acknowledge that we've been listening to you and we're sending all our love to support all those very much there around you. And was there somebody who was in the order of the buffalo? Is
I
it
don't know what that is.
is it the order of the buffalo? What's the one where they wear the fezzes and things? I don't know what it is, but
A
it was like
mason?
something like that. Something to do with somebody who was a member of an organization in some way here.
Yes.
Because
I have a mason. Yes.
that's it, because they're known for their charitable works. And I just have to say, thank you for all the things that you have done, for the joy that you have given, and for all those good deeds that you've done quietly and silently in the background for everybody. Would you accept that?
I would. I would. Thank you.
And there's a lot of love. You love books. There's loads of books all around you. I do see that. And it's as if you've been a bit unsettled within your mind, but that will pass and you'll move much more into the natural flow of life. I hope that makes sense.
It
And do take
absolutely
their
does.
love. And all your family gathers very closely around you here. And I hear mention to do with mother here.
Yes, I will go see her. Yes.
You understand that? I just hear her being
Yes.
mentioned here. So they're gathering around with strength here. I have to say that
Okay.
to you. But your mother is a stubborn lady.
Yes.
She is a darling, but she's very stubborn and she's not going anywhere.
Thank you.
Isn't that wonderful?
Thank you.
She's not
She has
going
her hand.
nowhere, dear. She's not
No,
going
she's
nowhere.
not.
She is as stubborn as the day is long, but you know, sometimes a bit of stubbornness is glorious. So do take all their love and know that that love.
I do.
So thank both of you. I know I've gone over time, but
Thank you so much. I send so much love to you, Colin and Annette. Thank you.
thank
That was
you. But
beautiful.
and what I just want to say before I finish is that where forever love and light exists, you will always find the Spirit. And it is that love of communion and fellowship that we need to bring into life more and more. And I'm honoured to be a part of the journey within. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Colin, for those beautiful and lovely messages in your address. This concludes the demonstration of spirit communication, and I thank you all for attending the service, and especially thank you so much, Minister Colin Bates, for being with us today and always. We end the service with prayer and song, and I invite Minister Colin to lead us in the closing prayer.
As we just take this one small moment once more to just come together in the fellowship, the harmony, and the love that we have created. Eternal Father, love of all life, take our love, our light upon the wings of prayer. May it travel far and wide to all who are in need. May our healing uplift and strengthen each and every one. May the leaders of all nations seek guidance and govern wisely. May we always be ever close, ever near, and ever dear to that love which is yours. May your blessings be with each and every one of us, not only in this day, but now and forevermore. Amen.
What other way to think of Janet by playing that song to end, Colin? Hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful day.